Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amir and I am your learning buddy. In this video, we are going to continue our journey of tenses with present perfect continuous. So be in the video and let's get started. Here is the definition of present perfect continuous. Action started in the past and continues in the present. It's very simple. Here the point is past and present. These are the two important points what you need to remember. Action started in the past. So we are talking about the past first. The action has already started in past. It's a history, but not exactly. And continues in the present and is still in progress. So action started from this point and is in progress still and is still on. This is present perfect continuous. Let me provide you an example. Let's suppose you wait for somebody for 2 hours, and when the person comes to you and you tell him that, where have you been? I have been waiting for you for 2 hours. This is how you express your sentences in present perfect continuous. So you have started your work from somewhere in the past, but you are still performing that action. That is present perfect continuous. Let's move on to the format and examples of present perfect. Be in the video. The format of present perfect continuous is subject plus has been or have been plus main verb plus ing plus since or for. This is the format of present perfect continuous tense. I have talked about has and how in the previous video. Now in this video I'm going to talk about since and for, where to use since and for in our sentences. Let's suppose I ask somebody to come here and place a point anywhere on this board. The person is going to get up and place the point here. Then I ask somebody else to locate the point placed by that guy on this board. The person is simply going to get up and locate it here. This is point of time. This is since. Now, if I ask somebody to encircle the board, the person is going to get up and start encircling the board. But I'm also going to tell him to mark a point which should be invisible to everybody. And then I ask somebody else to locate the point marked by that guy. The person won't be able to locate the point. Why? Because that's invisible. Keep this example in mind as well. When we talk about since, we talk about this point. And when we talk about for, we talk about that invisible point placed by somebody on this board inside that circle. That is for. Now remember one thing. When since is taken into consideration, that is point of time. Point of time. Remember, this point. And when we talk about for, we are talking about the period of time. Remember that circle which contains an invisible point. So that invisible point can be anywhere on this board inside that circle. That is period of time. I'm going to talk about a technique as well by which you would be able to remember point of time and period of time. The technique to remember point of time since and period of time for is this is a clock. This is one technique to remember point of time. Keep in mind. And second one is calendar. You can simply point out the exact time in the clock, and you can simply point out the exact date in the calendar. That is how you could be able to remember point of time since. Now I will talk about period of time, how you can remember period of time. In order to remember period of time, what you can keep in mind is seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, centuries, etc. When we talk about period of time, we talk about seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, or centuries. This is how we use for these words. I hope this is clear now. Now let's move on to the examples. The first example. I have been working on this project for 2 days. I have been working on this project for 2 days. For is the period of time. I said it a while ago, when it comes about days, we use for. Had it been 3 o'clock, I would have used since here. But it is for, I'm using 2 days. One more example. David has been playing football since 2003. David has been playing football since 2003. David, subject, has been in the format playing, man verb plus ing, and rest is the history, you can say. Here is something you need to remember, that is since. Why since? Because here is point of time, exact point of time, 2003, calendar, right? Exactly. One more example. It has been raining since yesterday. It has been raining since yesterday. It is subject, has been, you know it, and the format. Why has? Because there is it, there is no I, and there is no plural subject. Raining, man verb plus ing, since yesterday. Why since? Because there is point of time, yesterday, calendar, right? Exactly. Had it been 5 hours, 1 day, then it would have been 4 here. But since there is only yesterday, it is point of time. That's why we are placing since in our sentences. So this was all about present perfect continuous tense. I hope you understood the concept and liked the video as well. Don't forget to practice tense. In the upcoming video, we will be talking about past. Until that, stay hard, keep speaking English.